Have you ever been in a relationship where your presence was taken for granted, where you wondered what would happen if you simply walked away? Ethan, 31. Quiet, steady, reliable, or at least that's what people always said about me. And for the longest time I believed it too. But everything shifted the night I watched my girlfriend, Breakup, 29, loud, charming, effortlessly magnetic, lean across the bar and rest her hand on some bartender's arm, laughing just a little too long at something he said. The way her fingertips lingered on his sleeve. That wasn't innocent. That was the third time she'd done it that night. We were at her coworker's birthday party. I'd driven us there, paid for drinks, sat quietly as she flitted around the room playing social butterfly. And there she was, giving that stranger the same look she once reserved just for me. When she finally returned to our table, I kept my tone even. "Hey, can we talk about something?" I asked, still watching her eyes trail back to the bartender. She barely glanced at me. "What's up?" "The flirting," I said calmly. "It's starting to feel disrespectful." That finally got her attention. She blinked, tilted her head, and let out an incredulous laugh. "Flirting," she scoffed. "I'm just being friendly. You touched his arm, played with your hair, laughed at every dumb thing he said. You know that laugh. You did it on our first date." She rolled her eyes so hard I thought they might get stuck. "You're being insecure, Ethan. It's not attractive." "I'm being honest about how I feel," I replied, keeping my voice steady. She let out a loud, exaggerated sigh and shook her head dramatically. "God, you're exhausting. I can't even talk to people without you making it a big deal." "There's a difference between being polite and being suggestive," I replied firmly. "You know exactly what I mean." That's when she stood up, drink in hand, and looked me dead in the eye with that smug little smirk of hers. "You know what? If you're so unhappy," she said, waving toward the door, "there it is. Nobody's forcing you to stay." I stared at her for a long moment, feeling the weight of every dismissive word. "That's your response?" I asked softly. She shrugged. "What do you want from me? I'm not going to apologize for being outgoing. Maybe you'd rather date a shut-in." I took a deep breath, let it out slowly. "Thanks for the reminder," I said. She squinted at me. "What's that supposed to mean?" "Nothing. Enjoy your party." I left a stack of cash on the table, stood up, and walked out. She didn't follow. I doubted she even noticed until her drink was empty. I drove back to my apartment. Yeah, she'd moved in 8 months ago, but her name wasn't on the lease. Her mail still went to her mom's house. She'd been floating through my life like a guest who'd overstayed her welcome. I sat down in the living room, looking around at everything. My furniture, my kitchen supplies, my books, my art on the walls. The only traces of her. Throw pillows, some candles, and that awful live, laugh, love sign I hated. That's when my phone buzzed. "Brielle. Seriously? Did you really just leave? You're so dramatic." "Whatever. Jake's giving me a ride home." "Hey." "The bartender, of course." That text was the last push I needed. She was right. The door was right there. Time to walk through it, but not the way she expected. I started with the small stuff. Changed the password on our shared streaming accounts. She'd never bothered paying for any of it. Scheduled the utilities for shut-off in 30 days. Then I packed. Quietly, methodically. She thought she had me pegged. Ethan would never leave. Where would he go? Well, she didn't know about the job offer I'd accepted last month. Promotion, full relocation benefits, corporate housing. I'd kept it quiet because I already knew how she'd react. Complaints about me working too much. I packed only what mattered. My clothes, my laptop, important documents. I didn't bother with furniture. It was mine anyway. I grabbed my suitcase, scribbled a note, and left it on the kitchen counter. Note. You were right. The door was right there. I used it. The rent's paid till the end of the month. After that, it's your problem. Or Jake's. Good luck. Then I checked into a hotel, nice one. On the company's dime. Why not? I'd saved them thousands by not using their relocation funds till now. I turned off my phone and slept better than I had in years. Date 1 3 days later. When I finally powered my phone back on Monday morning, 78 missed calls, 200 texts, 32 voicemails. The messages told a story all their own. Saturday night. Where are you? Jake dropped me off, your car's gone. Seriously? You're being a baby. Monday. Okay, Ethan. Enough. Where's your stuff? I found your stupid note. Really? Over one fight. Why'd you change the Netflix password? That's petty. I can't sleep here alone. Please come back. Sorry. The apartment feels wrong without you. Monday morning. The internet's down. I need it for work. Did you really cancel it? This is abusive. She even called my mom, who called me laughing. She says you abandoned her. My mom snorted. Really? I left after she told me to, I replied. Good. I never liked how she talked to you, she said. You never said anything. You weren't ready to hear it. But I'm proud of you. You need anything. Just your support. Oh, and I told her to lose my number. God, I love my mom. But Breakup wasn't done. She started harassing my friends. My buddy Marcus texted. Dude, Brielle's blowing up my phone saying you lost your mind. Me. I moved out like she told me to. Bro, about time. She treated you like a piece of furniture. Useful but easy to ignore. That hit different. People had noticed, they just never said anything. Day 2, 1 week later. Things escalated. Brielle figured out where I was staying. Corporate housing. She showed up at my office. Receptionist buzzed me. There's a Brielle here, says it's an emergency. I replied calmly. Please inform her all communication must be in writing. If she won't leave, call security. I watched from the window as she caused a scene before being escorted out, screaming and kicking the glass door. HR called me in that afternoon. Is this going to be an issue? They asked. She's my ex. She's upset she lost her free ride, I replied. They flagged her with security immediately. Date 3. Social media blow-up. Brielle made a critical mistake. Venting online. She posted a long rant about narcissistic exes abandoning loyal partners, carefully cropping screenshots to paint herself as the victim. Her friends piled on until Jake chimed in. Wait, you told me you were single Friday night. Now you want him back. Then others chimed in. Didn't you go home with Jake? Girl, you said you were done with him. You were telling everyone you were breaking up for weeks. The post vanished, but screenshots lived forever. My friend Marcus sent me everything. Turns out she'd been shopping for a replacement for weeks, lining up options while living off me. Final update. 1 month later. Brielle couldn't afford the rent. Her mom wouldn't co-sign another place. She ended up crashing with Becca, the same friend she used to mock for having roommates. Becca lasted 2 weeks before texting me. Is she always like this? She used my groceries, ignored house rules, even tried bringing Jake over. I'm kicking her out. Brielle made one last attempt. I need to talk to you. Please. It's important. Against my better judgment, I agreed. Public place, 15 minutes, no more. She showed up looking nothing like her Instagram posts. No more designer clothes or perfect hair. You look good, she muttered. Thanks. What did you need? She fidgeted, eyes rimmed red. I get it now. What I lost. What I threw away. Her voice shook. The apartment echoes without your stuff. I never noticed how much of that place was you. I stayed silent. Would you ever? No. You didn't even let me finish. I didn't need to. She stared at her cup, defeated. When did you stop loving me? She whispered. The night you pointed to the door, I said simply. That's when I realized it had been open the whole time. She started crying, quietly, no drama this time. I have to move back with my parents. They're making me pay rent and get a real job. Good for them. Are you happy without me? She asked softly. I thought of my new place. Small, peaceful, all mine. No games, no walking on eggshells. The career I was finally thriving in. Yeah, I said. I really am. She left without another word. I heard through the grapevine she's working retail now. Still living with her parents. No more Instagram stories about being a boss babe. Just reality. As for me, I kept my promotion. Got another raise. Started dating someone who respects me. Built a home that feels like mine. Funny thing about doors, they swing both ways. She told me to leave if I was unhappy. So I did. And I never looked back.